All right, guys, with the bike fully mounted, the only thing left to do is give the bike a try. So let's go for a ride. So this is the beauty of riding this bike. I can turn it off. I'm actually not using it right now. So I just wanted to get to see the feeling of riding this bike without the motor. And it's pretty fast. I would think that somehow would stop you from riding. I'm not using the electric motor at all right now, and it's fine. And I'm even going uphill. I've been pedaling for a while. This bike is incredibly efficient for riding. Now I'm going to switch it into level 1, and I want to see how it moves. I'm going to go up a hill. It's a slight hill, 14 miles an hour. And it just keeps trucking. 14 miles an hour, 12, but it's still moving. All right, I'm going to put it on level 5. And whoa, that's a big difference. That is a big difference in power going uphill. All right, I'm on 1 on level ground, slight uphill, and I'm gonna hit the throttle. It's a little bit of a reach, but I'm going 7 miles an hour. Because I weigh 160 pounds, that's kind of what it is. So level 2, that's a much better speed right now. That's 13 miles an hour. Level 3, I'm not pedaling at all, by the way. 17 miles an hour, that's incredible. Put it on 5th, and look how fast this goes. 17 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour. Now I'm not pedaling. So the best thing about electric bikes is that you don't really have to use the electric motor. Right now, like, I have barely used any of it, but if I would need to, you just give it a little squirt of electric juice and boom, you're gone. This kit is quite nice. I was not expecting the quality of this kit when I got it, but this is the beauty of the electric bike. You don't have to pedal, you don't have to like use the motor. So when people that usually they're more purists when it comes to bicycles, I don't think they know how good these kits are, because you can get the same amount of workout. I mean, this is like, I'm still at 100% because I've barely been using any of the bike's battery. And if I need to just use, I'm on 5, which is the most assist, 20 miles an hour, just like that. Twisting that throttle, 23 miles an hour on level ground, 25. That's incredible. Now I let go of it and I don't need to pedal. Still at 100%. This bike is so smooth too. It helps to have a high quality bicycle. I think that's the problem with a lot of e-bike kits, is that they get kind of crappy bikes and then they modify them. This one is a pretty decent bike. I'm not even using the e-bike kit right now. Very cold, so I'm going to use it now. Just try and get some speed going. There's some hills coming up that I want to try this out everywhere. That's an e-bike that we just passed. That's another e-bike. So there's going to be a little hill here. We're cresting the Capital Beltway, so it's going to be going up. I've ridden through here many times and you kind of get a little bit tired going up. 18 miles an hour, just normal pedaling. Now pedaling and throttle, you can see this, that's a big difference. Left. No paddling, just going up the hill. 24 miles an hour. Still at 100%, and you see that I am going uphill and not doing anything. Going uphill 19 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour going uphill. My battery finally has gone down. Going uphill definitely decreases the battery, so 95%. Slowing down for this corner, I never had to slow down for a corner. We're still at 100% of the battery. Hard to believe. It's like riding a little scooter. I've made it over the Woodrow Wilson Bridge onto Virginia. Here's another hill. But with this kit, it's just amazing. Like, I am sold on getting one of these for myself. Look at this. No pedaling, just going uphill. 16 miles an hour. 17, 18, 19. Can't imagine a better thing for commuting than these things. Now we're going under the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, Jones Point. Incredible system, and I'm still at 100% battery. It's just kind of hard, like you just squeeze it a little bit, get some coasting. You can probably do, I don't know, 50 miles on this. So I can see why people use single speeds on these bikes, because you can just power up a little bit and then you're just pedaling much faster. So if you ever need like a boost, you just kind of like hit that, go up to speed and just start pedaling, and you're essentially already have the momentum built up. I mean, this is incredible, the system. It's like I'm not even sweating, but I'm combining cycling and riding. So like, I'm not pedaling, but I'm moving. And then if I were to pedal, I'm at the momentum that I need. That's too fast. Done 9 miles and the battery's still good. I mean, it's a 100%. So it's effortless to ride. That's the interesting thing about this bike, is now it feels effortless. I don't feel like I sweat or anything. Yeah, let's go up this hill. It's so easy. Look at this, going up the hill. No effort whatsoever. This is a pretty steep hill too. 17, 16 miles an hour. So this, it does struggle a little bit going up this hill. But if you combine it with pedaling, reps. So normally I would speed up here, but I'm going up the hill because this is the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. And normally it takes a little bit of an effort to go up. Actually, this bike is not bad to pedal at all, but on the Fit, which is the most powerful version of the motor, I'm going to try it. Look at this. 10 miles an hour, 14 miles an hour. Yeah, normally this is a little bit of a challenge, especially with the headwind that we're getting and the very cold temps. But this is 23 miles an hour going uphill. And we're going from Virginia into Maryland. That's incredible. I mean, this is the perfect commuting vehicle. I have to slow down for those things. And I can pedal if I wanted to give it more of a boost. I mean, look at this. That's incredible. I have to put it on the toughest gear. I'm actually going to put it on the toughest gear on the front derailleur. All right, this is hard to pedal. And now, with this, maximum throttle, I'm going 23 miles an hour uphill, 24, 25, 26, 26 miles an hour uphill, 26 miles an hour uphill. That's incredible. I'm going to do 3 passes of the MGM Hill. One is going to be turned off. I'm going to put it on 0. This is going to be unassisted, and I'm going to go all the way up to the top on the tightest gear, the hardest gear. This is going to wear me out. 14 miles an hour. I'm almost midway. I'm at 12.2 miles an hour. And I'm about to shift into the lower ring because it's getting difficult. My legs are burning. All right, I'm gonna shift. You can hear my breath. So I'm going like 10 miles an hour. 10.8 miles an hour. 10.9. All right, we have arrived. 10.9 miles an hour. Now we're gonna do a throttle only, no pedaling assist, going up the hill. So let's get started. And we are gonna be putting this in the 5th. So right now I'm pedaling, and now we're gonna start. There we go. No pedaling. Remember, I was struggling going uphill with this thing. In the strongest, powerful of the motor, I'm going 18 miles per hour. That's 8 miles per hour faster than what I was, that I could go up. Right now, 20 miles an hour. So I'm going 10 miles an hour faster than my capability with just pedaling power. And I'm at 73%. There is a little bit of a backwind, so that's aiding me just a little bit. 21.9. 21.9. That was quick. I mean, we're almost at the top of the hill. Almost at the top of the hill. That's incredible. This hill always killed me commuting back home. And I'm not even pedaling. I'm not pedaling one bit. That is amazing. And that's pretty much it. So I doubled my speed simply by turning on the bike and throttling it up. And now we're gonna try this again. All right guys, now I'm gonna pedal and use the motor at the same time to see how fast I can go up this hill. There we go. And the motor is engaged, and I'm shifting to the hardest possible gear. "21, 22, 23 miles an hour. 24 miles an hour. That's tough. Very tough to kind of go up. That's incredible. 25 miles an hour. Whew. And that's that, guys. We hit 25 miles an hour and I'm pretty tired. See, this is why you get a kick. You still get a workout using the throttle. It's just incredible. And we still have tons of battery left. Well, that is the 500cc 36 volt 12 amp hour battery installed from Ebike. I wasn't sure what I was going to get when I bought this. You know, it's a pretty like medium priced kit. They do have much more powerful kits, but I think this 500 watt motor is more than enough that I need for commuting and just getting around. I guess you could install like a 2000 watt motor, but I kind of feel like this is more than enough for most people. But it's one of these things. It's up to you. Maybe you want ride off-road. Maybe you want to install this on a mountain bike. But I am very surprised. I really like the computer system that they use. It's a very good looking system and it's integrated very well with the bike. It would be nice if this bike had a bigger frame to put all this stuff, but you could also get a rack as well. If you're a commuter, you might want to put like a seat rack on it. Why would you get a e-bike kit? You know, often even bicycle owners, they kind of despise the whole electric movement. But for a guy that's done as much commuting as me, the e-bike kits are great. You know, sometimes in the morning, you're feeling lazy, you want to get to work and not sweat. You can do it on this. And you still have the benefit of riding the bike. Remember, you could always turn it off. And because you have added weight, you're going to get a much better workout. I keep telling people the whole e-bike movement is here to stay. I'm seeing more and more mountain bikers using the e-bikes, and I'm seeing a lot of motorcycles crossing over into the e-mountain biking world as well. It's a great movement, and you see this form of transportation in many countries. Like the e-bikes are here to stay, and I really like this kit. I might order one for myself as well.